everyone. This is Dr. Samuel, and today I would like to share with you about the history of vaccination. So to start with, vaccination and sanitation have saved more lives, and they improve the public health than any other medical intervention. Even before the germ theory of disease was established, artificial induction was practiced in Asia and in Europe. Vaccination, that is the process of obtaining a piece from a smallpox vesicle and introducing it into the skin of the uninfected patient, was performed by the people of various regions of Asia in the 15th century. And normally this practice was observed by the lady Montagu in Istanbul and then introduced by her to England in the 1721. Vaccination, while effective, was not reliable and carried the real risk of developing smallpox from the process. In the 1774, an English farmer, Benjamin, noted that he was immune to smallpox after becoming infected with cowpox. Subsequently, he successfully inoculated his wife and children, and they were protected from the smallpox as well. So in the 1798, Edward Jenner proved that large scale of inoculation with cowpox was an effective means of combating smallpox. In the 1818, the Louis Pasteur published work demonstrating that an attenuated form of bacteria, that is Pasteurella maltosidia, could be used to produce a protective vaccine in an animal. So the following years, Pasteur public demonstration of the effectiveness of an anthrax vaccine in a sheep market, the beginning of the new era. It was now possible that vaccine could be reliable, produced in a standardized and repeatable fashion. So the history of the vaccination, however, was not without missteps or controversy. Early vaccines contained cells and the bodily fluids, and there was the legitimate concern that other infections could be transmitted through the vaccination. The use of the glycerin reduced these risks. The concept of introducing the infectious agent into the healthy person has been met with resistance from the start. For a time of violation was a felony crime in England. When Pasteur rabies vaccine saved the life of Joseph, there was a public outcry in response to the process of purposively injecting a lethal pathogen into the human, even one who has suffering from a uniformly fatal disease. In the 1955, the Qatar incidents, in which the recipient of the killed polio vaccine developed a clinical disease due to the presence of the live virus, that resulted in 40,000 cases of vaccine-associated polio, abortive polio, and 164 cases of paralysis and 10 diseases. In 1998, the Lancet paper by the Andrew Wakefield that proposed a link between the measles, the mumps, rubella vaccine, and the autism can lead to a widespread of public loss of confidence in a vaccine. And the paper was subsequently found to be the fraudulent and was withdrawn from the Lancet. However, this combined with the disproven theory that the thermostable preservative in a vaccine caused autism, which continued to erode the public health and confidence, the public confidence